Hey, yo, what's up, what's up? It's your boy King Wowzer. I'm coming with part two of these hats, right? Okay, y'all see what I got on right now? It's an M hat. Now, usually this stands for all Mafia gangs. If you're part of a Mafia gang, more than likely, you're gonna wear this M hat or another M hat, which is Montreal, the Expos or whatever. Now, this can be worn by the main streets. Like I said on the part one, the Menlos, uh, it can be the Mac Mafias, it can be the Watts Mafias, but normally the Watts Mafia is going to put on the Michigan hats, the Wolverine hats, just like the West Side 99 Mafias. They're gonna wear those hats. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is when you come to LA, what hat good and what hat not good, depending on the area that you are in. Now you got to keep in mind, you got the Hispanic guy gangs too that they wear certain hats. You know what I mean? So you got the brown and the black in LA that rely on these baseball hats. Not too many football hats or NBA hats or NFL hats. Uh, just like the Great Streets. Like if you see somebody with a Viking hat, you might think, okay, he's from Great Street just because it's purple. Everybody from Great Street's not a Viking fan. Like we probably got about 7, 8 Viking fans inside those projects, y'all. And back to the Dodgers story, because I was just reading some comments and I was telling some peoples, you can wear the LA hat, just not the kill anything in LA, just want to support the LA. You can put a blue LA hat on, and ain't too many people going to hit you up and ask you where you from or none of that type of stuff. But if you got a D blue hat on Dodgers, you know what I'm saying? It's two components to those hats, with the LA or with the D or just Dodgers. But if you got the letter, just a D, it can stand for a variety of things, you know what I mean? You got gangs like, let's say, Central California. Maybe the 6'2" Dimes or something, they might wear it, let's say you from the Dodge City, they may wear that hat, you know what I mean? Any gang that's got something to do with a D in it, they're gonna wear it. I like the 30s, they can wear it for Dirt Gang. You know what I mean? Like I say, the key thing is it depends where you at. I know if I got a Georgetown Hoya hat on, right, and it's a G, and if I'm on the west side, or let's just say I'm on 10th Ave in Florence somewhere, or 4th Ave in Florence somewhere, on that way in the Hyde Park area, they're not going to be too fond of me wearing that hat. They're going to hit me up. They're going to be eyeballing me. They're going to be breathing on me. They're going to be on me because I have a Georgetown Hoya G, or if it was a Texas Ranger hat with a T, they're going to be on it because they're going to assume I'm from A trade. But a lot of gangsters will wear that Hoya's hat, or just like that T hat. And I was speaking on the Phillies, like the Philadelphia Phillies. You're going to think, the 30 Pyrus wear, the Pebbles wear, just any Pyru set going to wear that hat. Like I said about the Reds, he had the Cincinnati Reds. It's like any blood set, like, okay, the Captain of the Park, Centennial Park, already said, interview any of those games, they're going to wear those hats. Well, what else hat that's big in LA, and you can be like, no, I don't want to put that hat on today. You got an SD hat, San Diego Padres, right? More than likely, the dude's gonna be from six dudes East Coast, probably. You know what I mean? Or anything with an S, or SD with that initial, they're gonna wear that hat. Even if you're a 49er fan or San Francisco Giant fan with the SF, the 7-4 Hoovers, they might put that on as well because it's SF 7-4. You got to be real careful out here with them hats. It's just take into consideration where you at. Like, man, I'm in LA. I want to be careful. I don't want to go to these malls or go to these gas stations with these certain hats on. Maybe I got a hat on right now. Let's say I'm on Hoover in Manchester, right? I'm at the Sinclair, the gas station. Now, it's not gonna be a good idea. I don't care how old I am, where I'm from. It's not gonna be a good idea for me to get out that car, go in that gas station with this hat on. Because some people don't give people the opportunity to say where they from. Like, hey, homie, where you from? I'm not gonna give me the opportunity to say where I'm from, and then you can disrespect the hat. Oh, I'm from Woody Woo Woo. All right, yeah, with that hat, they're gonna say all kinds of, like, give me that. All right, I understand that, bro. Just come to get some gas. It'd be stuff like that. But some people be having so much pride. Like I always say, a lot of people dead because they problems in a way. They weren't gonna say I don't bang or I'm just this. They went in there and stood on business. Like, hey, I'm from Woody Woo Woo. It's the hat on. and things happen. And it don't really be that serious to lose your life over a hat, a baseball hat that costed $44 or $45. You know what I mean? I'm trying to help y'all out on when you coming out here to LA with these hats, man. Like, it's a lot of baseball teams. You got to think. Like right now, I can't think off the bat. I got to really think, because when I came here, I'm just improvising right now. I know I did a part one. What I said in part one, I might say in part two, because I just can't, you know what? Let me go fix this real quick. Like, I'm gonna say something about part two, about these hats, man. You know, as one dude said, like the First Town Mafia, I said they wear the Florida Marlin hats as well. They might wear these M hats for Mafia. Like anybody from that's a Mafia, they're gonna wear this hat for the M. I was wearing a Montreal Expos hat back in the day too, just for my first name, my initial. You know, before people started really embracing these hats like that. I'm talking about the mid-90s. You know, that became a thing like years later, after like 94, 95. Like it's kind of real big right now, because you'll wake up and a hood, you say, okay, we're gonna wear these hats, we're gonna embrace this, we're gonna wear this. And you're like, I don't know, you guys just start seeing people with them or get it tatted on them. And when they start having fights in the county, and he had with the Woo hat on him. So now when they see somebody with that hat on, more than likely you're gonna get banged on. Man, I was in the county with the dude, they had this hat on, so that's their hat. So you will hear people saying, man, I'm finna go try to catch a hat. You know, they talking about probably murdering somebody. Like, I'm finna catch a hat, meaning they baseball cap. Now, I got a lot of baseball caps where it's a representation of another set other than my set, you know what I mean? I just like styling, like a lot of people out here that wear these hats that probably got chipped because they into fashion, they into styling, they don't really care about the hats they wearing there. You got a rival game, they only get along. You probably have the dude from A-Trade, he probably got a Mariner hat on. And the dude from 60 probably got a Texas Ranger on, a Georgetown Hall. They probably just do it. Just probably for the fashion. Some can do it just trolling and mocking, whatever. I don't know, you know. But I have seen that happen with a few hoods that's doing those kind of things, man, just trolling, or just styling. Like one with their coat, and one with their sweater, et cetera, stuff like that. Now, the baseball, I was talking about the Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm saying more likely Avenue Power Rules or athletes, they could wear that, but the athletes wear the Angels hat. Just like I said, the 5 straight Avalons. If you on 53rd, 54th Avalon or San Pedro or anything, you in that area with a red A hat on, they're gonna think you from what? 5 Trey Avalon. And you see the 8-8, so wear the Oakland A's with the green and yellow, which is the color, probably the color of their project. So they kept it with the green. You would think like, why y'all just stick with the A's, just this y'all color, but it is what it is, man. Like on the west side, you know, you got the PBGs or the Mansfield, like they'll wear any hats that got a P on it or an M on it. Like the Mansfield, they might wear this, like, man, I'm from Mansfield. But it can be, what else has it got an M on it? Because you know, the Milwaukee Brewers, they got an M hat like this and they got an MB, you know, even though this is a team of the 40 Crips, right? But they gonna wear the one with the glove. You know what I mean? Or they'll wear that Florida Marlin. You know, some hoods got 2 or 3 hats that they can put on because it got the initial. But you just got to walk light out here, man, and ask questions when you get out here to LA. Like, hey, what's a good hat? If you're from Chicago, the Sox hat. I mean, people don't be too much on the Sox hat. It's just okay. Let's say if you're in Compton, they're gonna think you from. It's either 2 hoods they're gonna think you from with a Sox hat on. I'm likely just pushing around LA. You're in Hollywood, you're in Van Nuys, and wherever you at, Culver City. When people come from out of town, from Chicago, Sox hat one like it's cool. I'm not gonna say it's good. It's cool. It just depends how you moving. You sitting in the trenches like that, or trying to be on Manchester and West had a food truck, and you know you might get banged on, you might get hit up, or people might just look. You know what I mean? If you from New York, you probably can't. It can't be just no regular end hat on. It's just gonna be bad depending on where you at. The Mets don't too much get banged on like that. New York, man, even though it's NY, but ain't nobody really breathing on nobody with no New York Mets hat on. It's just like, okay, it is what it is. Like, we ain't tripping. Some of the hats I got right now, I got Dodger hats. I got a few NBA hats. I have a lot of baseball hats, but I'm a Lakers fan though. But for style, I might put some with that go with the Charlotte Hornets or the Trailblazers or something. Just put the hat on like it's the early 2000s. You know, when the NBA, the jersey, that little era. I still come like that sometimes. It's gonna be just big baggy. What else? NBA hats that I don't think as many NBA hats that people trip on. They're not really tripping on NBA hats like Trailblazers or the Warriors and the Hornets, Bulls. Bulls is the same old Bulls. Like that's gonna be like a reputation of Damus. Like back in the day, you know, a lot of Damus wore those Bull hats, and that was creating problems in LA just because at that time, you know, it's still right now today, it's more Christian Bloods in LA, and around the late 80s and early 90s, it was kind of turned up with those Bull hats. Just as well as when people's had, y'all remember the shoes, British Knights. It was a lot of things happening in LA with hats and shoes. It was creating problems out here with you wearing British Knights. And a lot of people was getting in trouble. Kids was getting them took at school. They was making kids take them off. It was just a lot. Like the bros, like, hey, we're pushing back. We don't care how many Crips it is. We're gonna have to push back. You know what I mean? But that's some 80s stuff, early 90s stuff. British Knights. People was getting jacked for them. I mean, at kids, at high schools. It was real crazy. And like, yeah, LA, that culture is just different when they trip on hats and certain kind of shoes and stuff. You know what I mean? It was real crazy out here. And it's still crazy how I went from the rags to the hats. Tomorrow, I don't know what kind of hat I'm gonna wear. But look, y'all gotta walk light out here. I just want to share that part 2 with y'all. I know y'all gonna have y'all gonna speak on some other hats that I might have missed. I might have missed some hats, you know what I mean? Before I go, let me think of one hat that's baseballish. Okay, let's say the Boston Red Sox. That's a B. You know, that's any black, you know, the 20 Bloods wear that, you know what I mean? The Hunters used to wear that back in the day before even wearing a St. Louis. They was wearing that hat, you know what I mean? Before the Washington Nationals and all that type of stuff, they was wearing those Boston Red Sox hats. That's facts, you know what I mean? Because you got to understand, some of these teams came later on, and people just embraced them. I remember the Florida Marlins came. I remember when Colorado Rockies came, you know what I'm saying? What else? Who I can say? The Kansas City Royals, Kitchen Crib. You know, the Kelly Parks can wear that. Depending where you at with those blue KC Royal hats on. That's the game. It's just, y'all, what I'm telling y'all is this. Wear a football hat. Wear a soccer hat. Just wear a regular hat, a Nike hat. Go to the Nike store, get you one of those Nike hats or a polo hat. Call it a day when you come out here to LA. When you go hit one of them outlets up, get you a polo hat, go to the Nike store, and get you one of those hats, because these reputation, no, this is a headache. It's very childish at time when you got to be 48, 49, 50, getting hit up for wearing your favorite baseball team hat or team you like just cheering for. You just want to wear gear, and you come to LA and they politics, and you be like, man, it's stressful. It's like, man, come on, y'all, stop, retire that already. I be in agreeing, like, man, can we go away with that about the hat thing? Because I just want to wear it. I want to get dope sometimes and just mess with my shoes and my hat. That's what I be want to do sometimes. I don't want to get hit up. I don't want to take my hat off because I'm at this certain gas station or I need to pull over and give me some liquor. I know we get along with the gang, but this gang is coming through to see them and think I'm one of them. So respectfully, I'll take them off and I'll go in the store what I'm going to do, because I don't want you sliding on me and I'm getting killed in somebody's neighborhood for mistakenly being from over there. Because it be happening like that. They thought they had one. They thought they caught a hat. You know what I'm saying? But like, share, and subscribe, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost there. It's your boy King Wowzer. Y'all know I'm coming with that street knowledge that you can't get in college. I'm gone.